On the 13th of January 2021, we are going to have a new moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Now, this is going to be really big, really huge, really massive, and really important for several reasons. What I want you to understand, what I need you to understand, that we are entering a really important and life-changing time. I am referring to the actual Age of Aquarius. We have already entered the Age of Aquarius. This is going to be really, really powerful time indeed. So why the 13th of January 2021 is going to play an important role? Because we are about to enter an important portal. This portal that we are about to enter on the 13th of January 2021 is going to be mind-blowing. And I want you to understand that this is specifically, strongly, and very powerfully connected to the actual Age of Aquarius, the new Age of Aquarius. This is important at this very moment in time because a lot of people around the world are feeling a little bit shaken at this very moment in time. What the 13th of January 2021 is going to bring, the actual portal is about to bring people together. It's about the actual unity. It's about the connections. It's about the relationships. And I'm not talking about relationship with your brother, mother, sister, friend. No, I'm talking about the actual relationships around the world. Something really important is going to take place. Something really important is going to happen prior that moment, prior to the actual 13th of January 2021. But the moment in time we enter, this time, it is just the energy is going to change. The energy is going to start changing. And this in itself is going to be remarkable because it is going to match the energy around the world. This is going to be an important time which is just going to bring people together. Okay, and when I say that this is going to start bringing people together, I'm saying that this is to do with a lot to do with the actual 13th of January. It's to do with transformation. It's to do with new beginning. It's to do with change. It's to do with massive realization. It's to do with those things in our lives we no longer need, that no longer serves us. So basically it's also going to bring a lot of energy within us when it comes to optimism, when it comes to the power of transformation, which is just going to be keep on pushing us. But at this moment in time, what is going to be really wonderful, because we enter the powerful, ridiculously powerful Age of Aquarius. Now this is all about the actual unity and people getting together. It is to do with an important realization, as I've already mentioned, but at the same time, it's to do with the things that are going to really match the vibration around the world. This is going to happen this happened many, many years ago. Last time when this happened, when every single person around the world was powerfully sharing the vibration. When the people are sharing the same vibration around the world, this is the moment of connection. This is the moment of realization. This is the moment when the positive energy is about to win, when the positive energy is going to come on top. I mean, it's going to have a massive impact on all of us. The 13th of January, it's going to be remarkable when it comes to us all basically paying attention. Have your eyes open and pay attention to what's happening around you. Pay attention to what you see. Pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to what is confusing you. Pay attention to what is fascinating you at the same time. All these points are going to be really significant, but without us even realizing, it is going to bring lots of people together around the world towards the one particular point. This is important because people will be able to feel this. People will be able to sense this. And as I said, the vibration is about to shift. And that vibration that it's about to shift, it's also going to be guiding many people around the world towards the specific subject, towards the specific opinion, towards the specific situation, which is all going to bring a light at the end to every single one of us around the world. It is a lot to do with entering an important portal, but at the same time, you know, paying attention to what we are realizing at this very moment in time, because it's about our deeper senses, it's about our subconscious mind, it's about our third psychic eye having an absolutely remarkable role in all this. We are going to find ourselves doing things in a slightly different ways, perhaps. We're going to find ourselves like a kind of like a suddenly having an interesting things that we didn't have an interest before, but it's all going to come from this wonderful vibration, which is at the same time, I mean, I say wonderful vibration because it's all about this push, this important push, which is going to happen, which is going to bring people together around the world. It's about unity, it's about power, it's about connection, it's about energy, it's about evolvement, it's about transformation, it's about optimism, it's about just following your own path and getting on a really, really important crossroads. But these crossroads, once we get them, you know, many people are going to be absolutely surprised, you know. So certain people are going to be absolutely surprised, you know, but I'm telling you that this is going to be, a lot is going to be boiling down to that particular moment. So that's why I'm saying that lots of people are going to be surprised with things that have been happening prior this moment, but also surprised at the same time with the way they're going to feel about things they feel, things they sense. There are a lot of people who are going to change their mind, but then at the same time there are lots of people who are going to open their eyes. There are most certainly going to be people who are going to try to kind of swim against the current, but then at the same time the current is going to be way too strong. So it's all going to be leading towards one particular moment, towards one particular realization. Also, it is the power within that is going to come out to the surface. It is the power within that is going to be creating this new starting point which people are going to feel. It's a lot to do with the self-esteem. It's a lot to do with the confidence. It's a lot to do with this powerful energy that, like, once we get a hang of it, you know, we are able to do so much. But on top of all that, most powerful energy pool, it's actually going to be from the people feeling very much so the similar energy. And once that happens and once that goes around the world, this is what I'm saying, that it's going to have an absolutely major impact on all of us. Okay. On another hand, when it comes to the actual signs specifically, this is how these things are going to affect people. I'm repeating this, that number 13 in January, you know, everything is just so powerful here. Everything is so symbolic here. It is not only about, you know, having a really powerful Capricornus, really powerful sign, ridiculously powerful sign, which is of course ruled by Saturn. I say ridiculously powerful signs because Capricorns have got the ability to understand things from a whole completely different angle to everybody else, and this is really magical thing to have. This is really magical thing to possess. Sometimes, you know, that particular energy can also like be a little bit confusing because people can go a little bit too deep into things. But then on another hand, it is the power of the actual it is the power of the subconscious mind. It is the psychic power, the third eye power that Capricorn possess. It's give the ability, this magical ability to Capricorns to understand things from a completely different angle, and very often the Capricorn gets guided by this, guided towards the right direction, but sometimes without even realizing why they're on this particular path. But at some moment in time, Capricorn has got this ability, you know, to completely understand. But this happens with a situation when certain situations arise in life. So this is why this is important to mention. When it comes to the actual Capricorn, it's very powerful. So people are going to be able to sense this magnetic energy. At the same time, the fact that Capricorn is just basically ruled by Saturn is just remarkable, because people are going to open their eyes. People are going to start sensing things that they didn't sense before. But most certainly it's about this powerful push that we are all going to feel. It's going to create a moment moment of vision. It is going to create the moment of an important perspective, of an important focus, of an important point for all of us to guide and go for it, go through it. Of course that this is going to affect every single one of us when it comes to our individual situations. As I said already, Capricorn is powerful when it comes to psychic feelings, when it comes to this energy of concentration, and that concentration can go that much longer. It is that much longer that we needed to go. It is that much longer that we needed to go through to understand the specific things about our lives and the specific things around us that we didn't understand. As I already said, lots of people are going to be kind of like really surprised with an understanding of like quite a lot now suddenly. But then again, at the same time, this is pretty much needed in order, you know, to actually understand things and to know to what the next step is going to be. So it's to do with the Capricorn, an amazing energy when it comes to concentration, when it comes to that particular power, when it comes to planning, when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to looking at the bigger picture and seeing like, oh my lord, like about 7 or 8 different types of picture instead of only one. It's important to understand where we are, and it's also important for many of us who have found ourselves to be a little bit disorientated with quite a lot happening, because the energies around the world have been a bit mental lately, and of course this has affected us. It affected our way of thinking and it affected our way of planning. So that's why this is going to be so important when it comes to us leveling up with things, in particular when it comes to our spiritual paths indeed. Also, it is the element of a powerful surprise that we are going to have. So we've got like a Saturn, we've got a Capricorn, and now we've got a number 13. My God, number 13, it's all about the element of surprise. It's going to bring us an element of surprise, and that little element of surprise is at the same time going to be that gorgeous little flower that is going to come up, that is going to come out of the complete darkness. And this is how this is going to feel, like great little gorgeous little flower which is just going to come out of the darkness. But most certainly it's to do with the actual surprise that we are going to have, and that particular surprise that we are all going to have, it's going to require from us to think in a slightly different way. And this is where the magic is going to happen. This is when things are going to become interesting, and these are the visions that I'm saying, because we are all going to have a certain visions. We are all going to have a certain connections. It is not only people connecting around the world like greatly, amazingly, beautifully, but it's also having the ability to have the visions and pay attention to the visions, because these visions are happening for a reason. They are there to help you to understand certain things about your path, but then at the same time they're there to help you to open your eyes and to move on. Pay attention to the visions as well. This is now to do with us specifically, every single one of us, to pay attention to what visions you have. Pay attention to what is constantly on your mind. Pay attention to what makes you feel really bad, but pay attention to what makes you feel really great and what makes you feel really good, because there is a one particular thing that is going to come to the surface that we thought about us that we can't do it, and now you're going to realize that you can actually do it. Now you're going to realize it's time. Now you're going to realize that you should actually go for it. It's rather important indeed. So you see, something is going to be unlocked, you know. This is very deep and it's very complex and it's very spiritual. We are about to jump into the sea and swim as deep as we possibly can, and there are going to be lots of surprises within this sea, you know. There is going to be a lot that we're going to realize, understand, see, and to connect, you know. This is the time of changes that is specifically connected to the Age of Aquarius, and now this is the first time that we are actually going to go through this absolutely remarkable, fantastic portal, which is going to lead towards our own rebirth, regeneration, transformation. You know, it's going to happen with an element of surprise, and once you unpack this, you just go for it. You know, it's remarkable. So see, what is your call? What is calling you? What is inspiring you? What do you want to learn from? What do you want to learn about? What do you need to do in order to expand yourself? What do you need to do in order to make your life better? What do you want to do? What do you need to do? But what is preventing you to move on? What is blocking you? What is stopping you? It is the time to open up to yourself and listen to your own subconscious mind, because this is exactly what this gorgeous Capricornus, Capricorn, it's actually going to do. New moon in Capricorn. Absolutely mind-blowing moment in time. And also, you know, number 13, it's all about transformation. It's about a surprise and also realization that something cut. Something will need to go. It's about the adjustment that we're going to feel that we want to make at the same time. And pay attention to this, because you can make adjustments at any moment in time in your life, my gorgeous people, of course. But then again at the same time, because you're using this wonderful energy that happens only, my Lord, like once in a while, once, in so many years, we are using this powerful energy. And when you use this powerful energy at the right moment in time, you get so much more out of it, because you're going with this particular flow. And once you go with this particular flow, you're more wide awake, you're more wide open, you're understanding so much more around you. So therefore you find yourself to connected to things because you're open in a different way. And that, gets back to you so beautifully, but by you following this through, and by you just literally going for it. So this is why, my gorgeous people, this is going to be such an important moment in time to pay attention, because every single one of us, our vibration is going to change in the great way, you see. And this is at the same time going to be like kind of way out of the situation that no longer serve you, but then at the same time it's the beginning that is just going to be mind-blowing and remarkable. Again, we are using the actual energy of the new moon as well. So we've got the Capricorn, we've got a powerful Saturn, then we've got the number 13. I mean, come on. And then also we have got the actual, we have got number 13, and then we have got the actual, what did I say? Yeah. So we have got the Capricorn, we have got the Saturn, we have got the 13. And then at the same time, we have got the actual big moment that it's going to come up to us. And the moment that it's going to come up to us, it's a lot to do with the new beginning. Okay. It's to do with the new start. Okay, it's to do with a surprise. Okay, it's to do with focusing on things around us, but it's also to do with us being as open as we possibly can. This is the time to solve the problems. This is the time to solve the issues. It is not only like what we're going to realize and what we're going to come across, but this is also going to be an amazingly important time when it comes to solving issues, when it comes to solving problems, because we will have this power to understand things on a much higher level. And this is why all these things are absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous people. So as I say, we've got Capricorn, we've got Saturn, we've got number 13, and also, at the same time, just remember that, it is the more you talk, the more you express yourself, the more you explain yourself, but in particular when it comes to working on problems, when it comes to working with people, when it comes to communicating with people, communicating to people, this is absolutely fantastic, remarkable moment in time, my gorgeous people. So you just need to understand that you need to get the most of it. What I'm going to do right now, my gorgeous people, I'm going to individually take tarot cards, and I'm going to take each tarot card out for every single sign of Zodiac, and I'm going to say to you also what other things, what other things to actually pay attention to at the same time on the 13th of January 2021. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to Aries, my gorgeous Aries, and I want to say to you that your tarot card is the Sun. I mean, how remarkable. Look at this, my gorgeous Aries, my gorgeous Aries. You have got the Sun. It is going to be all about your personal enlightenment. You're going to hear about the progress, which is going to mean to you so much, but most certainly it's about a success, it's about an enlightenment, and you are going to have a slight redirection at the same time, and you need to understand that something from the back, from your past, it's going to come back, and it's going to require from you to pay attention to it and take it on the whole next level. This is also going to be the part of your change, the part of the beginning, and the part of an amazing start, my gorgeous Aries, for you indeed. What else you need to understand? I need you to understand to not be afraid of taking the action, and you are gonna become aware of the fact that you need to take a really, really important responsibility. You're gonna become aware of the fact that you need to take a really important responsibility, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Taurinis, my gorgeous Taurus. Ooh la la, look at this, it just came out like, oh my god, this just jumped out, Taurinis. It just jumped out like there is no tomorrow. And look at this, oh my god, look at the number of the card. Look at the number of the card. Oh my God, the number of the card. I don't know if you can see. It's number 13. Is the death. It's remarkable. It's a beautiful card that absolutely works so well with this. So you, my gorgeous Taurinis, you're going to be affected like, oh my God. You're going to be affected on a large scale because something is going to be proven to you. You're going to be able to prove your point like, oh my God. Everything is going to be so enhanced for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, purely because you have been right. You have been right. And maybe certain people didn't understand what you were maybe mentioning and talking about lately, but it really, there is the bottom line is that it's confirmation. You're going to have a mind-blowing confirmation, but this is going to affect you so greatly. So everything that I said so far, you take it time 100, my gorgeous Taurinis, because this is the time of 13. I said it's on the 13th of January, so this is a double point for you, my babies. You will have an amazing transformation, ridiculously powerful transformation. Okay, so you really need to strictly pay attention to what is this beautiful energy going to bring to you. Apart from a confirmation, there is also going to be an important sign, exactly what you need to do and what you need to pay attention to, but that sign is going to come in a really bizarre and strange and unusual way. Okay, you need to remember to understand that you need to make sure to be honest with yourself, my gorgeous Taurinis. You need to understand, you need to be honest with yourself. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Geminini, my gorgeous Gemini, my beautiful Geminini. So I'm just going to see how is the new moon in Capricorn on the 13th of January going to affect you, oh King of Coins. Oh my Lord, you see, it's brilliant because you will have a good sign, you know, very strong indication. What was very impactful in your life, maybe in a negative way, so far certain things didn't go through. I've been seeing this. So now you are going to have a very strong indication for the first time in a long time where things are going to start moving towards. But this is going to be brilliant because it's going to put a big smile on your face, and it's also going to provide you with a new direction, which is going to be connected to two different paths. And you, first of all, you're going to be like, oh my God, shall I do it or not? So most certainly my advice to be to basically go for it. And also pay attention to who is going to inspire you. Someone really important, and or something really important, really significant is going to inspire you. Pay attention who is going to inspire you on the 13th of January, my gorgeous Gemininis. This is going to be really, really, really important indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, you need to remember that something, you know, you are going to find yourself on a path where you're going to realize like, oh my Lord, something really important is going to come true. And it's to do with a wish, it's to do with the planning, it's to do with the like things that you were worrying about. So this is a very strong indication like, oh, thank Lord, you know, things are going to finally start going through. So this is really important, okay? You need to remember to be optimistic as possible because the power of your mind is going to be very strong here when it comes to manifestation. So you do not want to lock the little door in front of you, my baby. You want to leave them open, okay? And this is exactly what you're going to do. And by leaving this door, spiritual door open, all you need to do is just on this day strictly be very optimistic, and on this day strictly just try to like kind of follow things through that you kind of wanted to do for a long time, but also pay attention to try to be as adventurous as you possibly can, because you know you're going to come across an opportunity and something is going to kind of like, oh no, you can't do it. Now this is why I'm telling you, yes, you can. Just remember, have a faith in the universe and everything is going to be absolutely fine, okay? So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious Cancerini. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerinis. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards. And I'm going to see what is your card. Six of Cups, my gorgeous Cancerinis. You see, you're going to feel a very strong connection with your past. You're going to feel a very strong connection with the people who used to be in your life. You're going to feel very strong connection with a specific time when you were younger, you know, in your past. You need to work out and you need to see what this is and why you're feeling such a strong connection to your past. Okay, because there is a big, massive, bombastic answer waiting for you over there, my gorgeous Cancerinis, and it's to do with your past. There is an important answer waiting for you. Why are you focusing on this particular part of your past? There is something very significant that is missing in your life, and you're simply going to have an opportunity to actually go back in your past and realize this. Of course, you're not going to go back in your past physically, but in your mind, you're going to make a very strong connection, and something is going to come up to you. It's not only about realizing what is missing, but it's about realizing, getting the whole picture through that realization. So something is going to be revealed to you at the moment in time when you feel a very strong connection to your past. My gorgeous Cancerinis, this is going to be very, very interesting indeed, okay? And what else I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, it is just so important to you're going to be wondering whether you can trust the certain person or the specific situation, and you're going to be like, oh, can I trust them? Can I trust them? Most certainly, yes. You can trust the specific situation, you can trust the specific person, because it's all about someone who you can completely trust. But then at the same time, it's going to lead down towards the situation that is actually really safe. And this is all going to be connected to this. All these questions are going to be around this particular subject, okay? So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis. My gorgeous Leonis, I'm going to see how this wonderful, absolutely mind-blowing January new moon, 13th of January, new moon 2021, going to affect you, my gorgeous Leonis, because you will be able to feel this, and you're going to be surprised with the particular information that is going to come to you, my gorgeous Leonis. Something is going to really be quite mind-blowing to you, really surprising, but then at the same time, it is just going to play an important role, a very impactful moment in time when it comes to your own personal vision, and then now suddenly something what seemed so impossible is just going to become rather possible, and you will understand your own power, you will understand your own significance. Leonis, you have got a very strong energy, I told you before, so your own very powerful energy, it's almost impossible to ignore. And like if you're sitting somewhere surrounded by the people, everybody will be able to feed off your energy, everybody will notice your energy simply because it's very majestic. But this is what am I trying to say, that this majestic energy, it's your own power that you're also using very beautifully in order to get the attention on things that you want to get attention to. So this is going to be a remarkable moment in time for you, my gorgeous Leonis, but something is also going to happen to give you so much this vavavumish energy, so much power, because I think it's the greatest feeling of honor that you are actually going to have, and this is going to help you so much, with the next step. The next step for you, my gorgeous Leonis, is actually going to be revealed, and this is why I need you to be as as adventurous and explorative, as open-minded as you possibly can. This is remarkable, okay, my gorgeous Leonis. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card going to be. King of Swords, like, ooh la la. Do you know what? This is it. Just show your individuality. Be you. Be yourself. There is nobody in this world like you are. Every single one of us has got something very specific about us, but this is going to be super intense time when it comes to you being very quirky and you doing things exactly right in the way you should do them, the way you feel. So this is all about having the most craziest thoughts and way of thinking on your mind, but analyzing it as at the same time, like how you can take this in order to take somewhere else, because in order to succeed, something that was impossible, it's about to become possible. And it's not only that, my gorgeous Leonis, it's the opportunity, it's the possibility with a swift change at around the time when you get an important message with your own work and things that you do, something that's going to make you feel so great. This is the time to pay attention to, because all these things are going to arise at around that moment in time indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolinis. My gorgeous Virgos, you know, oh my God, this is going to hit you like there is no tomorrow. My gorgeous Virgolinis, you're going to feel like, oh my God, what on earth is this? Yeah, the energy is going to be very intense. The energy is going to be very strong. You, my gorgeous Virgolinis, are going to be able to feel this like, oh my God. And it's just going to really confuse you a little bit. It's going to make you feel a little bit weird. It's going to make you feel a little bit strange. It's going to make you feel a little bit unusual. It's going to make you feel like you're very drained a little bit. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not being like a dark Lala. I'm just saying that this is the way you're going to feel, because you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you seem to get affected by the new moon energy like there is no tomorrow, above every other sign, in such a way where you're very, very drained every single time when there is a new moon. If you and it's particular when it comes to Capricorn, so when it comes to like a Scorpione, like a Scorpio new moon, and these deep, powerful, strong, beautiful signs, you know, they give the certain vibe and the certain energy that we rub off. So, but you in particular feel like very drained and very tired when there is like maybe like a new moon energy. So you are most certainly, this time you're going to feel like, oh my God. But then at the same time, you're going to find yourself to think, you know, about a specific subject. And this is something that you really need to investigate and pay attention to. It's about this specific subject that you're going to be thinking about. And without you even realizing, you know, you're going to start connecting to things like from a completely different level. sorry, from a completely different angle. And it's to do with an idea. It's to do with a vision. It's to do with a solution to the problem that was just absolutely becoming very mind-blowing and annoying in every possible way when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolini. So you're not only going to realize how powerful you are, but it's about the vision that you're going to have. It's about the idea that you're going to have, and also the realizations around it. It's going to give you the time span that you didn't have before. And once you have this time span, you know, there is a lot going to start changing for you. It's to do with the perspective, it's to do with the focus, but it's also at the same time to do with things that you have been waiting for. You have been waiting for something so, oh my God, so badly, so strongly, so powerfully. What you have been waiting for, now it's going to have a really flip-flop moment, because this is a good flip-flop. It's a spiritual flip-flop, which means that, you know, it's going to happen with the solution to the problem, that it's not going to seem that difficult. It's not going to seem that hard, but you will realize how powerful you are and how strong the power of your mind is, as long as you stay focused and as long as you keep going. The more distractions you have at this moment and after this moment, the more powerful it's going to be. The way you, the more you feel like drained, tired, and unusual, my gorgeous Virgolinis, the more impact this is going to have on your mind. You also going to have a very strong connection, which means like you need to pay attention to what you dream at around that time. You need to pay attention to what you're focusing on. You need to pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind in the morning on the 13th of January 2021. What is the very first thing on your mind? It doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, you know, the sea and the Seychelles or like Mauritius or something. No, it's like to do with the actual direction. It's to do with the actual, just one particular word, like maybe, or do this and do that. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. Remember, it's coming from somewhere else. Okay, so this is like your own guidance. It's more like you finding yourself on that particular path and just going along with it until you get where you need to get. And once you get when you need to get, this is where these realizations and informations you're gonna get through this dimension. And you're only going to find yourself in this dimension when you follow your own path by listening to your own spirituality. And this is why I said that pay attention to what is the first thing on your mind in the morning. It's more important than ever. Okay, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the 13th of January. What's going to be a tarot card, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Oh, Nine of Cups, you see. This is just basic. Now you've got the Nine of Cups here. So now, on one hand, you know, this is all about the next stage, about the next step. You will see what is also no longer serving you. You will see that there are specific parts of your life are slowly going to come to an end, but also you will see the importance of you following your own path. It's importance of you being unique. It's importance of you doing those things that make you feel excited. rewarded, doing those things that make you feel happy. This is the best way to be, and is the best way to succeed in this life. But then on another hand, it's the specific news, it's specific information which is just going to help you to understand things you didn't understand before. An important moment in time, because you're about to start here, my baby. You're about to start a moment. You're about to plant an important spiritual seed. You're going to have a start which is just going to change many forms, and it's going to literally change your life. This particular start that you're going to have this now at this moment in time, the actual September 2021 and October 2021 are going to be super delicious and super important and super significant, because it's all about you finding on yourself on a path that you didn't really think that you will find yourself so soon or so early. It's brilliant because it's going to have these elements of things happening sooner, things happening quicker, but also having a very important and strong indication, like to go for it. Strong indication what to go for it, what to do, and what your next step is going to be. Very important, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. On another hand, you know, you are going to have a seed which is going to be very much so well planted indeed. So now, on another hand, you know, what you're doing now, what you're thinking about now at this time, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is important. What you're thinking at the moment, what comes to you, my Lord, in particular when it comes to the next step, investment, future planning, all these things are going to be so important because they will be very much so rewarded in the future. And this is why this time is so important. You just need to understand also, as important to what I just said so far, you need to understand to have patience, okay? And also, you know, this is brilliant time when it comes to the plan for the future. But let me just tell you, this is so significant because these are the things that are going to be rewarded later on. And it's to do with your passion, it's to do with the next step, it's to do with things that you understand at this moment in time and onwards. Remarkable. Okay, so now, sorry. You see, so now the next, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, see my voice is a little bit going, I'm not going to be singing now. Yes, so now my gorgeous, who's next? Oh, my gorgeous Libra. My gorgeous Libra is going to be next. You see, my gorgeous Libra, you know, it is about the chance. It is about the opportunity that you are going to have here, you know. But at the same time, you need to understand that on one hand, this is going to affect you of reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. This is what you need to remember. It's about reviewing your past with a passion and forgiveness. But at the same time, this is the time which you are going to realize that you are heading in a new direction. An important clarity is going to come through. An important clarity is coming for you, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And this is so important because it's to do with clarity on your life and the clarity on your purpose at the same time. You are going to be so confused, my gorgeous Libra, but this is a cute confusion. This is a good confusion. This is an important confusion because that confusion is also going to help you to be so much closer towards something really, really big, because you will know that, you know, the more confused you are, and it's to do like you're gonna feel emotional in a way like, oh God, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, I don't know what I should do, I'm not excited, I'm not good, I haven't done what I wanted to do, I don't see an enjoyment in that. You know, there is going to be lots of confusion that you're going to have, and you're also very powerful sign. You're ridiculously powerful, my gorgeous Libra, in so many different ways, because you can understand things from a completely different angle. You have got a perfect balance. You're all about the balance, and it's not only like balance, you know, it's about the spirituality and it's about life in general. So therefore you're able to see things through, and therefore this is why you can feel so much deeper sometimes, because it just pulls you down in all sorts of directions. So it's naturally to respond in this particular way where you feel like a little bit confused indeed. So that's why I'm saying, you know, you, my gorgeous Libra, whatever you're confused about, but there is one specific thing that is going to be like, oh, I haven't done that right, almost like you're going to be blaming yourself. And this is the time of clarity. This is the time when you pay attention. And also, As I said, it's an important clarity on your life purpose, and also in your heart you will know what to do. In your heart you will know what to do, and what's in your heart, just follow it through, baby. You just do just that, okay? Very important indeed. On another hand, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card for the 13th of January 2021. Rather exciting time, okay? Very, very exciting. Okay, so now your tarot card is going to be Four of Cups, okay? This is exactly what it matches, this particular vibration. And I'm so glad that I'm having Four of Cups, because it's about thinking mode. It's about sinking into the deepest levels of yourself, which is in return going to bring you a reward with a specific thing that you're going to be able to single out. And that specific thing, it's going to need more work. Okay, you're going to need to work a little bit more. Remember, patience is a virtue, it's important, and also at the same time, okay, at the same time, it's about you having the picture, you know, realizing the bigger picture, and also having that particular clarity and your own purpose. This way of thinking is going to connect you with your own heart. It's going to also reconnect you, because there is an important thing that is going to come up from your past, also very strong connection with your past, that you're going to wonder, you're going to need to work on it a little bit more, and bringing into this world, bringing into this present time, because it's not only about things that you should be doing, but it's about reflection that you're going to have at the same time. Because once you do this, you're going to have a perfect balance within your mind, which is on another hand going to help you to see so much further. You're going to realize something really important, and this is also going to have lots of different new elements around you, but it's most certainly something to pay attention to. Very powerful investment, you know. What you're going to do, it's going to be the massive investment into your future. What is on your mind is going to be a massive investment in your future, because it's about to change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Libra. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpio. Now, what I want to say to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is do you know what? It's just basically your patience. Patience is about to be rewarded. Something that you have been waiting for, you know, nicely and patiently. Something that you have been hoping for. Something that you wanted to achieve. You know, the path, it's about to be opened. The path, it's about to be revealed. But this is not a brand new path. This is a lot to do with your way of thinking. This is a lot to do with your way of planning. And this is a lot to do with things that you have been hoping for. Something is going to be revealed to you at the same time, and after that moment in time, the path is going to be clear, and you should most certainly go for it. At the same time, you must ignore the feeling of like, oh my god, of like non-specific situations which are just going to kind of like try to bring you down with your own way of thinking. And once you do this, then you kind of prevent yourself from moving on. Please do not do this. And it's very easy to do this, you know. You're just kind of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Anything that comes up at this moment in time, you just go for it, because the last part of the challenge that you are going to have, my gorgeous Scorpione, is most certainly going to do with you feeling challenging and with you feeling like you can't go step further. As soon as you, because you don't know this, you don't know that, or you're not aware of this, you need more experience with that. No, baby, no. You just go for it, most certainly. This is also going to be an indication that it's time to move on by you stepping into the unknown, by the same time being very courageous and following your own self-esteem, because you are going to surprise yourself. You know what you had the patience for, it's gonna come up, and I'm so happy for you, but it's still going to be a little bit more to work, because it's going to be connected to your way of thinking. It's going to come to you something that you want to do, that way you want to be, and the most immediately challenging situation is going to try to change your mind, in your mind, like, oh no, you can't do this. And this is just going to be a significant sign that you should most certainly go for it. You're going to feel like this is some kind of a, very promising situation, but then again, it's a lot to do with your patience, it's a lot to do with a new beginning, but it's at the same time to do with a lot with your own rebirth and unfoldment at the same time. Okay, so I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Sorry. What is going to be your tarot card, my gorgeous Scorpioni? Oh my God, surprise, surprise. You see, this is exactly what I was saying. The beautiful, this is going to be very vibrant time for you, because you're going to find yourself. You're going to start finding yourself again. I'm not saying that you've lost yourself and blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. You will understand completely what am I saying. You're going to find yourself. It's to do with your own essence. It's to do with things that make you feel so vibrant. You are going to have a very important spiritual moment when it comes to your own personal enlightenment. So most certainly, this is going to shake you up, but it's going to open your eyes. The whole new direction is going to unfold, but also, at the same time, this is an enthusiastic, optimistic, and very creative time, okay? And it's also like, it's to do with an important news when it comes to a rather exciting opportunity, my gorgeous Scorpioni. So you are going to get an important news when it comes to the actual rather exciting opportunity indeed, You need to understand to allow your creativity to soar. This is exactly what you need to do. You need to do things that fuel your passion. You need to do things that make you feel good. You need to do things that make you feel vibrant. You are about to unlock something absolutely mind-blowing within yourself. You are about to unlock yourself. And the way to do this, my gorgeous Scorpione, is strictly to do those things that you feel about, those things that you feel like doing, and also those things that are very unique and very special and very significant about yourself. Every single one of us is beautiful in a different way, and every single one of us has got like a different powers. This is something to do with your own special power, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is an important moment in time when you need to allow your creativity to soar, and also do things that fuel your passion. But on another hand, you need to understand whatever you start, you need to finish, okay? You need to finish what you start. It's more important than ever. And also something like unfinished from the past, it's going to require your attention. Of course you can do it. Go for it. It's about important accomplishment, success, but also it's about the greatest honor that you're going to feel. And that in itself is going to be remarkable, because it's going to give you like a control over a situation, confidence, power, which is going to be fantastic. And that in itself, it's also going to be pretty evident at around this time when it comes to you just moving on with your life and just following your own inner power by following your intuition, by following your vision, and things like that. Absolutely remarkable. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarius, my beautiful Sagittarini. Now, I just want to say to you, basically, it is all to do with an important, oh my God, you are going to have such a strong focus here. Powerful and strong focus, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And that focus that you are going to have is just basically also going to help you realize what do you need to do. And what you need to do is to do with a certain event. There is a very powerful event that you are going to become aware of. This is the event that is going to have a very much so, it's going to put you on a certain path, because you're going to become a part of it. But what is even more interesting here, that event is going to be connected to you choosing something. And once you come across you choosing something, you need to understand that it's going to be a bit of a tricky situation, in particular when it comes to you maybe feeling quite emotional. So in this particular instance, you need to understand that you need to go towards the intellectual side, rather emotional side. Okay, this is a very important when it comes to your own personal balance, and it's exactly the right thing to do. You need to choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, okay? You are gonna have a sudden and rather unexpected change, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. You're gonna have a rather sudden and unexpected change, and once that happens, you also need to remember to review your options really carefully. I'm not saying like, oh my god, it's gonna be horrible. No baby, no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that you need to review your options carefully and choose the actual intellectual responses rather than emotional. Don't you worry, you are reaching a very important stage of your life, and once you get this moment, you reach the full circle. So this is why things are going to start unfolding for you after this moment in time. But you also need to remember that there is a specific situation that is going to start, and that specific situation is going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to the actual whole of 2021. Your way of thinking is going to change, your way of planning is going to change, but it's going to change towards the best way, towards the best possible direction, because it's to do with an important reward that you're going to have at the same time. But this is how you just need to kind of go around these things, you know, have your eyes open, and also at the same time make the most of it out of this particular situation. Just remember, the weirder you feel, the more powerful, vibrant energy you have. Pay attention to what is calling you, because this is a lot to do with your spiritual calling. Something is going to come up. You're going to understand something on a completely different level, and you're going to surprise yourself. And this is the really bigger picture, and that in itself, it's also going to provide you with the actual time span, with realization. How long is something roughly going to take? And that is slowly going to start changing everything without even realizing. You're going to start something remarkable at this moment in time, and you're not even going to be aware of it. But it's brilliant, because it's just something that is going to jump out from the back of your mind, you know, subconscious mind, something that you were thinking about and focusing on for such a long time. Now it's going to become like a real part of the picture. Okay, so now I'm just going to basically shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of, what is your tarot card going to be. And you, of course, have two. Of course that you have two, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You see, one of them is an absolutely remarkable enlightenment, happiness, great news. You know, you're going to feel like you want to express yourself. You're going to feel like you want to explain yourself. Suddenly you're going to feel like you didn't feel it in a long time, and this is going to be rather vibrant indeed. But at the same time, it's the satisfaction that you're going to feel, and that particular satisfaction is going to be playing it's going to be the main factor in you making an absolutely mind-blowing decision later on. However, this is a great time of satisfaction and the spiritual enlightenment, so you should most certainly pay attention to like a little signs, pay attention to what you feel connected to, and pay attention to strange things around you, because every single strange thing around you is going to have some kind of a specific connection to you and to your current situation, like when it comes to synchronicities and and things like that. And Queen of Wands, look at this, it's fantastic, you know. It is just the way out of the situation that you're going to have on one hand. Someone is going to inspire you so beautifully, so nicely, okay, and someone is going to help you to see the beauty in you. I'm not saying that you didn't see the beauty in you, but someone is going to be playing an important role when it comes to that final and important mind-blowing push. You will see something, realize something so beautiful and so gorgeous within that you will want to take on another level, on another step. On another hand, pay attention to who is inspiring you, who is this person who is going to inspire you, because that person is most certainly meant to be in your life, you know. Okay, and you're going to be wondering, yes or no, yes or no. Well, the answer is going to be yes, most certainly. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornus. Now, this is your new moon, my gorgeous Capricornus, and you are going to be able to feel this like, oh my Lord, you know, you're gonna feel like you're on top of the moon, you know. You're gonna feel like you're walking on the moon on this day. You're gonna feel like you are kind of bouncing in all sorts of directions. You're bouncing in all sorts of ways. You're gonna feel like you are like in a completely different dimension, and this is going to affect you in, oh my god, Capricornus, my gorgeous Capricorn, this is the new moon in you. This is going to affect you so much. It's going to feel, you're gonna feel like you're part of some kind of dream. Just understand, the more weirder you feel, the more bizarre you feel, the more strange you feel, the more you're gonna gain out of it. The more bizarre you feel, the more significant the power of your mind is going to be when it comes to its ability to stretch, because trust me, you will be able to benefit from these powerful psychic energies around you, within you, and that in itself is going to help you to reflect in such a powerful way. Suddenly you're gonna have the urge to do something, you know, something that was very slow, something that wasn't moving, and something that was kind of like the part of your life that left a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth at some point within the last 24 months. So you're most certainly gonna come across the problem that you don't like doing, and now suddenly you're gonna find this, you're gonna be aware of this specific energy, which is just going to enlighten you. It's going to be a very spiritual moment in time, because it's going to help you realize how powerful you are, how strong you are, how beautiful you are, how unique you are, but most certainly how much you changed, how much you evolved spiritually. This is going to become obvious. Pay attention to the vision. You will have a very strange and bizarre moment. Something is going to happen like really weird, and it's going to help you understand that there's so many different worlds around us, which you're aware of course already because you're Capricornius, but something in particular specific, it's going to come from a completely different world, and it's going to land right in front of you. And this is going to be the moment. This is going to bring you the vision. Very strong and powerful vision. It's going to help you realize exactly where you are, how powerful you are, how strong you are, how unique you are. And something very important is going to happen when it comes to your own spiritual journey, because it's about a vision that you are going to have. And the vision that you are going to have, it's also going to be so important because it's going to be connected to your, almost immediately you're going to be showered with the feelings and energy of strength, courage and wisdom, and you're going to be able to understand so much more, so much further. Okay, an idea that you're going to have, it's also going to answer your question, why haven't you done it before? But at the same time, there are going to be so many specific things around it that you couldn't understand before, but you will be able to understand at this very moment in time. Most certainly you will be able to feel this, you will be able to sense this. So pay attention to what is like your body trying to tell you. Very strong connection with the body. Okay, pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you at this moment in time, because you will be completely in it. So if your stomach is hurting, you need to change diet. So if you're a little bit like maybe you need exercise, you just go and do exercise. You know, whatever there is that your body is trying to tell you, most certainly you should pay attention to it, because this is how you get the most out of this vibration, the most out of this energy, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. Okay, on another hand, what else I was going to say, it's the basically, you know, this is going to be very, very logical time for you, very perceptive time for you, very insightful time for you. You know, you are going to have a very exciting intellectual challenge. Okay, you're gonna have a very exciting intellectual challenge. You will have a very exciting intellectual challenge, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know. And at around the time when you have this intellectual challenge, you know, you will be able to challenge things so much. Just remember that this is the time when there is going to be a brilliant insight, you know, and it's going to be connected to the information, okay, that you need, but then again it's very challenging to receive. So you just need to remember that now here you also need to pay attention to any kind of like a documents that you can have, anything kind of like a signing or something that you need to read or start, you know, anything like that, you need to review very carefully, because it's not about necessarily like a something negative or like kind of like some dark situation, like a negative situation. No baby, no, it's about realizing a bit more, and by realizing that bit more, it's going to give you an opportunity and the actual chance to go that much further in your life. You are going to have an idea. It's going to take a little time in order to happen, in order to develop, but most certainly it's something that is going to change your life. Okay, this is not a perfect day to invest for you. When it comes to investment, you're thinking about it, you're planning, you're reviewing things carefully, but it's not a perfect time for the actual investment in itself that particular day. Later on it's fine, but only 13th of January I would kind of avoid any kind of investment on that day, because these days to actually think, to rethink, to connect on a completely different levels, because you will really amaze yourself the way your way of thinking is actually going to change about specific things in your life. This is because you will be able to connect from a completely different angle, but also once you do this, you see specific situations about your lives completely differently. An important reward from the past is about to come, and very significant news you're going to have. This news is going to open your eyes, it's going to confirm things to you, but most certainly it's almost immediately going to put you on a certain path. Yes, there will be a certain contemplation, but let me just tell you that two specific things that you're going to be like kind of wondering about. You're going to do both things, but one step at a time. First number one, and then think number two. Most certainly you just need to remember about that particular patience, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. Okay, you're just gonna basically, it's almost like discovering yourself again, almost like literally discovering yourself again, okay, through you being you, and through you having the actual control over your life, which is going to give you, I'm not saying that you didn't have it before, but it's about having a strength and a perfect balance in order to do things, realize things, the way you should realize. So now, Three of Cups, absolutely remarkable. You see this? This is a fantastic moment in time. On one hand, you will hear something, and this is going to mean to you so much, a specific information. Very personal is this. It's to do with your life, it's to do with your emotions, it's to do with your personal things that you do in life, but then at the same time, this is going to mean to you so much because it's going to inspire you. It's about inspiration, it's about the energy, it's about the excitement, it's about the light at the end of the tunnel. It's about an obstacle, an annoying obstacle that was bringing you down, and it was slowing you down so much, is slowly going to come to an end, and that's remarkable. This is not only going to be the time of inspiration, okay, but it's also when you're going to start feeling very artistic, which means that you may not be artistic, but you will just want to try things from a different way, from a different angle. You will suddenly find this energy in order to challenge specific people or specific situations in your life. You are going to do something rather daring, and you will surprise yourself, but the outcome is gonna be mind-blowing. Oh my God, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are going to feel this like there is no tomorrow. Just remember, you'll make a mind-blowing decision after this moment in time, and that decision is going to change your life. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquamarini, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Now, this is just an amazing moment in time. Wait, you see, you are very, very special because you are, there you go, you are having this special card here. I just felt like I need to do this. My gorgeous Aquamarini, you just need to remember, oh my God, to you, this is going to be really great. It's not only going to bring you an opportunity, but it's more about the realization. Maybe something that you thought that you were doing wrong, but I wouldn't call it like that you were doing wrong. You're just growing out of it. There is a certain path which is going to appear right in front of you at the moment in time when you realize that maybe, you were on the wrong path when it comes to the specific situation in your life. This is really important because it's happening in the time when the energy is going to be very strong. So this is going to reflect on you in a such a way. So you can expect, my gorgeous Aquamarini, to have the whole new path appear right in front of you. It's to do with your uniqueness. Again, we are all having this unique thing, unique feeling, unique energy. It's to do with your uniqueness. It's to do with your power. It's to do with your self-esteem. It's to do with you being very quirky, but it's also to do with you being really intelligent and extremely powerful when it comes to your logic, when it comes to your way of of thinking, when it comes to you doing things like in such a powerful way, and you surprise yourself sometimes, you know, like, oh my God, where this wisdom is coming from. But this is you, Aquamarinis. You're very wise. You're really powerful when it comes to your psychic feelings. I said this many times. You're an empath. You're born empath. So you feel feelings. You feel the energy from a completely different angle. And this in itself can confuse you sometimes, but most certainly is the direct result, direct product of you being so unique, and you listening to your intuition and your feeling, because this is all going to be connected to you kind of like following your own path in the right way. An important reward is going to happen for you as well. The reward when it comes to your feelings, like in particular when it comes to like emotional side, you know, you were kind of struggling a lot. You've been through a lot when it comes to emotions and when it comes to you doing things right, you know, even if sometimes, you know, they're very difficult to do, difficult to decide, difficult to go for it, but you know they were just right, you know. So emotionally, very emotional moment you're going to have. Someone is going to surprise you, but in the best possible way, and this is going to put a big smile on your face, because it's going to help you to see things differently about yourself, you know, but in the best possible way. And something is going to be unlocked within you, and what is going to be unlocked, it's almost like a little bird is going to come out and you're about to set it free. Don't you worry, it's all going to make sense. You just also need to pay attention to really what is kind of bringing you down. I know it's not the greatest thing to say, but pay attention to what is confusing you and what is bringing you down, because you're going to come across the problem that was very difficult, but now you will have this magical power in order to deal with it, but it's connected to somebody else in your life, like a prominent figure in your life. Prominent figure, an important figure in your life, it's also going to surprise you, you know, and the surprise that you're going to have, it's going to be really positive and very optimistic, and it's going to be really good, because you will know that the things started to move on. Perhaps someone whom you had like a little bit of negativity or a little bit of argument with, this is going to be brilliant, because it's also going to be directly connected to the vision that you're going to have not that long after, because it's connected to the actual unfoldment indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aquamarinis, what else I was going to say is just to basically, just remember, you're really gonna wonder, oh my God, what I'm gonna do, and this is how you're gonna feel on that day. You're gonna feel like a very brilliant burst of energy within you. This is going to get you going. Something is going to get you going. Pay attention to what is getting you going, because there are going to be so much around it that you should be paying attention to. But an important realization when it comes to your personal transformation, you know, something is going to be answered to you at the same time, and this is how powerful this energy is going to be. You're going to be wondering what to do. Logic and organization will increase your success. Remember this, Aquamarinis. Logic and organization is going to increase your success, and you need to take a charge of the situation. Take a charge of the situation. You will know what the situation it is. You will know what the situation I'm talking about, okay? Because that situation is going to be screaming, baby. Like that situation is going to be super evident prior this moment in time, okay? So this is why this is going to be brilliant, okay? There are two important things that you're going to do, that you're going to start, that you're going to begin, that are literally going to change your life later on. April 2021 is going to have like, ooh la la, very strong connection to what is going on right now. But in particular, when it comes to the second stage of this, when it comes to an important reward that you're going to be able to take and gain out of it. Just remember, Aquamarini, logic and organization will increase your success. Okay, take charge of the situation. Okay, and almost most certainly you need to accept the actual leadership role. You're very powerful, you're very beautiful, you're very unique. This is what I'm saying. People feel so good around you. But then that energy is very wise. You have got a very wise energy. Sometimes you have all these answers, but you're not too sure where they're coming from. And this is specifically going to be highlighted about you, around you at this moment in time. So just pay attention to it. Take charge of the situation, accept the leadership role, and it's all about the structure and discipline. Important to remember patience as well. Be patient, okay? So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, and I'm going to see what is going to be your tarot card of this 13th of January, Queen of Cups. Ooh la la, dun, 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 dun. You see this, Queen of Cups, it's remarkable. I want to say to you that there is a specific information that you're going to have, and that specific information is going to come from someone who is very close to you. It may not be like a physically close to you, maybe it's somebody in your life who you really look up to, maybe it's somebody who you kind of watch, maybe it's somebody who you read about, maybe it's somebody who you connect to. However, a very important information is going to come from someone specific, which is going to on one hand inspire you, but it's on another hand going to confirm your direction. But then again, there is an element of like really mind-blowing surprise going to come out of it, because it's just going to confirm like maybe a little bit of uncomfortable things, you know, in your life. But most certainly, once you realize this, that it's there, that it's rather solid. But you're also gonna, once you realize that you have got the power to push the mountains, baby, this is what I'm talking about, an important inspiration. But on another hand, you can use this person, the powerful person is going to be the part of your spiritual journey on this day, very powerful person in your life. It is one particular moment that is just going to change everything. It's the inspiration, which is on another hand going to give you the courage and self-esteem to deal with a certain problem. But on another hand, this is the right person in your life, because it's going to help you to connect, to reconnect, to understand things on a whole new level. Let me just tell you, my gorgeous aquamarinis, you also need to pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind on the 13th of January. You know, I said this millions of times. Even if it's one particular word, you know that this is coming from somewhere completely different, because the balance is going to be remarkable. So when it comes to the meditation and insight, these are the informations that I'm talking about. Pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind in the morning. Even if it's like, oh, I need to go to the shop, it doesn't matter what it is. It's about you following this through and finding yourself on the right path. And once you find yourself on the right path, you benefit from this vibration where you are part of the vision that you wouldn't normally understand, because you wouldn't feel as advanced as that moment in time. So this is what I'm talking about. And also pay attention to things that you dream about, if you remember your dreams. And also pay attention to, like, if you're meditating or contemplating, or if you're walking into the forest, simply what I said in a monthly video, January, you know, for you, 2021, my gorgeous aquamarinis, you know, pay attention to, like, if you're walking in the forest, you know, what exactly feelings you have, because forest and nature also bring the best out in us without any unnecessary distraction. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscelinis. You know, this is brilliant. Okay, this is very important because it's almost to do with an idea, my gorgeous Piscelini. You know, it's, please pay attention to what is this idea. It needs a little bit of work. It needs a little bit of information from elsewhere in order to get the right picture, in order to get the whole picture. What I want you to say that you will have a moment like, oh no, I don't want to do it. No, baby, no. You just go for it. You just go through it, because this is all part of the challenge that you're going to have, my gorgeous Piscelini. It is very important for you to understand that you're going to be wondering about a certain idea, and it's almost going to be like, almost you're going to feel like at not a breaking point, but at the breaking point when it comes to, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. No, this is your sign exactly that you are exactly where you need to be. This is your sign that the door are about to open, and this door is specifically going to be very powerful for you, my gorgeous Piscelini. I'm talking about the 13th of January 2021, when we are going to have a new moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. This is going to affect you like there is no tomorrow. Okay, because you know, but it is just a little bit of confusing situation. You're going to feel a little bit of confusing energy, which is almost going to bring you to the brink of things, like to the end of something, where you're gonna but it's a false end of something. It's not real. It's not true. It's not real. So it's almost like a false ending of something, you know, almost like a default ending. And then you're gonna realize, poof, that moment, like, oh my God, amazing the way things happen. So you are gonna be challenged in such a way where you're gonna find this like time, you know, rather weird, rather strange, rather unusual, and this is gonna drain your energy a little bit. But just remember that that particular energy, it's also going to make you to think in a certain certain way, and it's also going to bring the relevant situation into your mind, and that situation is going to make you realize that you need to go through, you need to go forward. But it's just about you feeling rather daring, and once you do this, once you follow this through, there is a lot going to start changing for you. Big, massive, huge, enormous promise where you thought that you were just like kind of at the end of your journey. Now you can expect not only a promise but a new beginning, which is absolutely going to be really mind-blowing, mind-blowing, you know. I really like this, my gorgeous Pisceline, because for the first time in a long time you will feel the force you didn't feel it for an absolute ages. But it's all about you unlocking this even further by doing things your own way, by being you, and by using the unique beauty of yourself and taking it somewhere completely different. Just remember, there is going to be the promise, you know, that I've said, and that particular promise is going to be really great because it's to do with your own personal situation. Very powerful negotiation is coming up, very powerful negotiation you are going to become aware of, and this is something that you should definitely go for. It's very interesting the way things are going to unfold, and the way they unfold when the time is so deeply rich when it comes to its psychic energy indeed, and it reflects on us where we just think like something, you know. It's interesting how it's a psychic energy, but it's very interesting on another hand how we get to the certain point and then we just think something which is completely opposite of what is actually going to happen. And this is when our mind gets wondered, but this is also when we enter all sorts of different levels and areas within our mind, within our dimension, that we are not kind of familiar with. So this is our normal response. I'm just going to move away from it. This is the time of transformation because you're so deep, you're so beautiful, you're so spiritual, you have got your own power of your own emotions which can move the mountains as long as you've got the right balance. So pay attention to what is actually calling you. Pay attention to what is inspiring you. There are lots of things that you do on this day that are actually making you feel really good, that are making you feel really excited. You know, there is also going to be the hidden meaning every single time when you find yourself on that particular path. If you like walking into the forest, you know, that this is the energy and the vibration that I'm talking about. If you like maybe like going out with your dog or something, you know, do things that you like, and every single time you will unlock something within yourself. And once you do this, you know, there are going to be different elements around it that you will be able to reach, that you will be able to get, and most certainly it's going to go towards an idea. Pay attention towards an idea that you will have, my gorgeous Pisceline. This is important because this idea is going to be remarkable, and it's going to come from somewhere else, and it's going to come to you when you least expect it, and it's going to really surprise you. How come you're feeling like this? But most certainly it's the time of the personal expansion. Very, very important time for you, my gorgeous Pisceline, indeed, okay? Let me just tell you that blending the idea of others with your own to create something extraordinary is going to be absolutely remarkable here. I will tell you again that there is going to be very successful compromise that you are going to have, and also you will realize that you need to understand the power of self-control, patience, and most certainly the actual balance. A special reward is going to make you aware of this, but at the same time it is about the end of the situation that will bring relief, you know, and this is brilliant. So the end of the situation that is going to bring you relief, and now this is all going to boil down towards you having an important opportunity for new happiness. On one hand, a big, annoying, really, really dark weight of your shoulders is going to be lifted, but then again, it's at the end of like a very, very situation that is going to bring you relief. It's wonderful because it's about a new opportunity for happiness. Pay attention to it, my babies. My God, you can draw this energy towards you, as I said, by focusing on things that you like, but only thinking, you know, in a free way about things, how you can expand yourself, what you like, and then suddenly you're just going to have all sorts of ideas, and you're going to be like, oh my God, where's all this coming from? It's wonderful. It's very, very brilliant, and it's very spiritual around the things, you know, that you're going to find very specific, but very interesting indeed. Okay, so now you're going to think of something, you know, you're going to think of something, and what you're going to think of is going to be really important for your own personal balance, you know, because it's to do with the actual you having faith, but also at the same time it's about, you know, as I said, like a it's about blending the ideas of others, you know, to actually make something extraordinary. This is exactly what you're going to do, and it's going to be your experience. Look at this, 10 of Cups, absolutely remarkable, you know. For the first time in a long time, you are going to feel this very, very powerful energy. For the first time in a long time, there are specific doors that are about to unlock for you, and you will be surprised. You really are going to be surprised, my gorgeous Piscelini. And on one hand, you're going to think, why didn't I do this sooner? But then again, as I said, everything happens when it's meant to happen. This is a remarkable time when you're going to feel a very special energy of connection, reconnection. People in your life are going to be playing a very, very important role, because through people in your life, there is a very big change going to come. Through people in your life, there is something very optimistic going to happen. Through people in your life, there is going to be an amazing energy which is about to return. And most importantly, through people in your life, you're going to see a massive realization how special, how powerful, how beautiful this life actually is, and how specifically beautiful and unique we all are. And also it is about an important moment, you know, something through the actual people in your life, the real relationships in your life. You know, you're going to be told something, you're going to realize something, and then you're going to get a picture, and once you see this picture, a lot is going to start changing. It's going to be about the confirmation, but also the certain things, something you're going to be told something through someone very specific in your life that is just going to make sense to you so much. First of all, it's going to be like, no way. But then again, as the time goes by, this is something to pay attention to, it, because it's going to help you to change your life by expressing yourself in the way you want and by living your life the way you want. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin. I'm a psychic medium. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.